Hey guys, back to make another video. I don't think I'm gonna sing on this, or I'm not gonna read a poem. Just kind of felt like talking. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about because I have like things that I want to talk about. I just don't know. I feel like I should write notes for this kind of stuff. So this may just be kind of random, but I feel like I need to put up a video because it's been a while. So yeah, and I was watching Trisha Paytas, and she always uses natural sunlight, like natural light. She doesn't have like lights and stuff. And I was like, ooh, I want to do that. So yeah, I'm doing that right now. And it's not. I mean, I could open the other one. Maybe I should open the other one. I just don't feel like it because then I have to close it. But yeah, so I was just listening to The Read, which is like this podcast by Kid Fury. He has a YouTube channel, and Crystal, she's like well, now she works for Apple. She's like she hosts a radio station for like Apple Music, whatever, some type of, however they do their music. I don't know how it works. I don't know, but yeah, she does that now, and she's like big on social media, like Twitter and stuff like that. So yeah, and they were in London, and they were just talking about like how, well, I mean, on The Read they do this segment that's called listener letters, which is when people email them and they read the questions on their podcast, and then they answer it, give their opinion, their feedback, whatever kind of, it's like random questions a lot of the time. But this time since it was a live broadcast, they actually do live shows now. They were in London for the first time, and they had like a whole bunch of their fans or listeners that were in London. They were asking like questions, and they were talking about like the Black Lives Matter thing, and like how even though racism here is like much different than it is in London, because they said that in London it's passive aggressive racism, which is, I mean, that they do that here in America too. But yeah, they were just going back and forth and like answering questions about this and like racism in the workplace and blah blah. And I was just thinking like, wow, it's crazy to see that racism is like that everywhere. I mean, and Kid Fury mentioned this. He was like, people in America are very America-centered. Like, we don't really get British TV shows. We don't get all this. I mean, besides BBC, like we just mostly see things the way they are in America because that's all we're shown. And they know, in London, they know like everything about America. They know all the shows we watch. They know Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch the show, but they know everything. So just kind of, it was crazy to see like the same. I mean, not that I didn't know that it happened the same way there, because I know there's black people in London, in England, blah blah, all over the world. I know that, but the what is it? The situation they were describing, like they were saying like, oh, like this one girl got up and she was like, well, I got my hair cut, or I got my hair done. I couldn't see it because it's just a podcast. It was not a video podcast. It was just audio. So she was talking about, oh, I got my hair done, and I guess it was cut some kind of way and colored. And she said that she was told in one day 10 times that she needed to change her haircut. She was told to get a scarf and put it on her hair, like to cover it up. And she works at a grocery store, which is like, why do you have to look any kind of way when you're at a grocery store? Everybody comes there. You want everybody to feel welcome there. So you want everybody of like all different kinds, different colors, races, hairstyles, tattoos, no tattoos, piercings, all this stuff to be there, right? Like that's what you would think. But I guess they told her like she had until the end of September to get a new hairstyle. And she's like, well, that gives me time to get a new job, because by the end of this month I'll have a new job. So basically she gave her 30-day notice, and she was like, but I've yet to find a new job. So she was like, she doesn't know what she should do. Should she change her hair because they told her to, or should she just leave? And like the crowd was like, leave. And then Kid Fury and Crystal were like, do you need the job to pay your bills? Which is like, yes. Like, do you need the job? And she was like, yeah. They was like, well then, I mean, you either gonna have to fight it, or that's pretty much what they told her to do. They told her to just like stand up for yourself. Say that you don't feel like you should have to change your hair because it's not going against company policy. What is it called? uniform policy. Like it didn't say anything about hair, anything about colored hair, anything. It just said tidy and neat. So I don't know. It just seems crazy. It just popped in my head like, wow, like that kind of stuff. I knew it happened, but to actually hear like a situation when it happened, it's crazy to see that the same things that happen here happen in London. I don't know. Kind of random, but yeah. Now I don't know what else I want to talk about. Because, I mean, they talked about a whole bunch of stuff on there. I don't know. I guess I could talk about me and my boyfriend were having like this discussion, and like it kind of made me realize, even though I already knew it, it's just I never actually said it out loud or like heard somebody say it out loud, so I didn't know. And I was actually talking to my roommate about the same thing, that I don't know, this is probably gonna be so, it's not shady, it's true, that if men didn't have sperm, there would be no reason for them to be here. I mean, in like a basis level, like we don't really need them to do anything, like at all. It's crazy. I don't know, the way things are set up for women to think that they need, like we need men here, like there's, but it's like really the purpose they serve is sperm. And I don't mean that in a way like, oh, men are nothing and blah blah blah. I'm just saying like if we just talk about how, which is the point of let me say that, I'm trying to figure out how to say it. Well, I'm just gonna say like on basic needs like food, water, shelter. That's pretty much it. And like creating life. That's pretty much all they do. We don't need them for jobs. We don't need them for food. We don't need them, basically, we don't even need them for happiness. We want it for happiness. Like, it's more like a want than a need. And it's crazy to, like, hear that because I feel like women or girls or whoever is taught that for happiness we need men or we need something. I mean, this is I'm talking about men and women, not lesbians or gay people. I'm not talking about that because that's a whole different, they don't need men either. Which is funny because they really don't. But yeah, yeah, just crazy. This is like open, like this whole week I've been thinking like differently. I've been really just like looking at like even I'm not gonna say who, but I've been just looking at people and I'm just like, if you only knew that you're here because somebody wants you to be here, not because you need it. I don't know, it's crazy. I guess that's gonna be the end of my randomness for now, but thank you for watching. Bye.